Yeah, Janet. Yeah, I'm excited about the guy you sent me. I mean, you call him a prodigy. I mean, like, is he really like that dope? Like, you saying he the next best thing. I mean, when you say next best thing, you talking about like he better than like Kid Vagina? And Kid Vagina was a bad motherfucker. I'm like, come on, I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? You say, like, what's his name again? DJ who? Oh, 1 second. I hear like a motherfucker like a police. Come in.
So, this the infamous tape place, huh?
Yeah, I met you from my in front, yo.
How you doing? How you
doing? My Jan told me all about you, man. Janet, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna lie, she got me excited, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting all day for this one, man.
Yes, sir, man. You already know, bro.
Like I'm saying, I'm like, I want to know. She, you know, she told me that she was always on time, prompt, how to prepare. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm like perfect. You know what I'm saying? I like people when you're on time.
Yeah, man. That's why they call me DJ Pooping Out Toilet, man. Shit.
DJ, is it like, excuse me?
Sorry. DJ Pooping Out Toilet. You know, like
like take a shit?
Yeah, like shit, you know, because like either I'm the shit or I'm shit. Like I'm just ass. There's like there's kind of like no in between.
Hey, bro, you know, I'm from a different generation, so that's cool. I understand how y'all get down.
Man, here you go, man. I'm sorry about what you know.
What's this?
That's the flash drive, right? You said you want a flash drive.
I do this like a whole computer. like this your this your hard drive?
Yeah, man. Well, you said, man. You said you need
cool.
the one that you know.
Oh, good, no problem, man.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Well, shit. Let this bitch load up. I'm play shit right now. Shit.
Yeah. Hold on, man. What's up, bro? You ain't liking that, bro? What's good? Hold on, man. Hold on. Cut the track. What's up, big man?
You say you from where?
Man. They say I'm from Dookie Town, fucking.
So hold on, you been doing this your whole life?
Man, I've been doing this since I came out the womb, bro. Ever since I became out the womb, I'm doing.
Janet said you were special. Say, Cuddy, little homie, little partner, little round,
Man, come on, just stop playing, bro. You know I'm the next one, huh? I'm the next one.
What I want to do with you is I want to put you out.
Huh?
I want you to leave.
Wait a minute, hold on, no. You talking about me to go talk to Janet, right?
I want you to leave and don't come back.
Like, don't come back because I'm about to be in Paris, huh?
No, I want you to go back to Janet's office and sit there forever.
Forever?
Forever.
Like
Outkast.
I can still make beats though, right?
I mean, on BeatStar.
So the door's over here?
Yeah, that door. That same door you came in with.
Can I get your phone number?
No.
Business card?
No, don't even inbox. Please don't. Don't.
Can I get the email from Janet?
I don't want to Facebook me, Twitter me, none of that.
No.
I want you. I don't even want to. I don't want to. I don't want to tweet. I don't want to. No, leave the crown. No, leave the crown. No, leave the crown. No, like, leave the drink.
Oh.
Yeah, like, leave the drink.
You sure, man?
Yeah, positive. I mean, I think you should have left already.
It was good.
I mean, no, it wasn't.
Man, my mom told me I was good though, man.
I don't know who was telling the truth. Hey, Janet. Kid Prodigy. Poop on the spot. Just left, and look, that's not gonna work, Janet. I mean, I'm trying to get my feedback wet in this industry, and I mean, you're sending me shit like that. I mean, you trying to get me blackballed forever. I mean, you said the next Prodigy. I mean, this motherfucker was like lacking luster. This motherfucker like that shit wasn't even semi-gloss. That shit was like fucking eggshell, satin type shit. I don't know what the fuck you like. Boy, what was the point of that type of shit? Like, Janet, don't call me ever again. Man.
I love music. Do you love music? I think music is a valuable part of the universe. It can't be just part of the earth because the frequencies are everywhere. I feel like there are some musical notes that happen within the universe as well. Regardless of the fact, we are here with a beautiful episode of the Backyard Stories. It's your boy G Brooks, and we are here with a great pioneer of some music, man. One of these OGs out here again. I think we tapping in with some of these great gods in this realm to let us know what it is to be at the position. Tank, how you doing, sir?
Cool, my brother. Cool.
Man, I really do appreciate you having us here. Man, how's the weather feeling like for you today, dog?
Great. I can't complain at all, brother. I'm blessed, highly favored. You hear me?
Yeah, I heard. Now, what's the mood/color for today? You know what I mean? If you even care about those, but I know that you know.
My mood is I like red, man. It's always a red day.
Okay, always red day.
Always a red day.
Yeah, no game relation. You know what I mean? But
no,
still,
yeah.
You know what I
No
mean?
pun intended. No pun intended.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No pun intended at all. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what I mean?
Like really, it's just always a red day for me.
Yeah,
But I mean, when I see red, I don't mean stop though.
Yeah, no, for sure. Huh? It's time to let it all loose.
When I see red, I think blood, I think life, I think go. Let's go. Let's live. Let's go.
Yeah, full life right there. Full life.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, so for real, we over here in, the great land of enchantment, you know what I mean? But this is not your really hometown, right?
No.
You from one of the southern areas, huh?
Yeah, New Orleans, Louisiana, you hear me?
Man, the 504,
yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Homeland, some of them great guys, like, with Master P?
Master P.
Man, Birdman. You know, Lil Wayne was off in there. We got Spitter, the Hospital off in there, and, you know what I mean? Many other greats.
Many other greats, bro.
Man, so, like, talk to me a little bit about growing up in a city where you have so many influential people in this, you know what I mean, this hip-hop genre, you know what I mean? Because you cannot help but to know that they're there.
That's the thing. I was more of a No Limit kid, though. I gotta say, I was more of a No Limit. That was what I flocked to. But I mean, I was a Mac fan. You know what I'm saying? Mac, Fiend. Fiend probably my favorite artist of all time.
Fiend Pop, yes sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out Fiend.
I was more of a. Then up until 400 Degrees.
Okay.
And then it was like Juvie. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like it was just Juvie. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, that was my teenage years. That was my early teenage years.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That was my
a lot of juvenile.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like that's how I grew up. That was my era, my young man. And,
learning your ropes, understanding the code, and getting some of the pieces of the hip hop culture and everything. It was them was the OGs kind of lacing you up with some of the game.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so going through that, and in your years and stuff like that, what was your interest focus on? You know what I mean? I know music was a very vital component of it, but you wasn't really tapping in like all the way on it. You had other dreams growing up, right?
I want to say, I mean, as a kid, I mean, I think I really didn't know. I mean, growing up in a place like New Orleans, bro, you just happy to be alive.
Amen.
So, I mean, I think there was so much shit going on, as far as the murder capital, all that type of shit. Just that was my years of child.
Yes, sir.
I'm saying of adolescent years.
Yeah, it's mostly survival.
So everything was all about survival. So it was more about those. Everything was a tool to get you out. You know what I'm saying? To make it out and give you the opportunity to actually live.
Mm-hmm.
You were so happy just to be alive at certain parts of my life growing up. I mean, it was really like some movie type shit. You come to school on Monday, somebody got killed. You know what I'm saying? Like even as a kid, you know what I mean? So it's like it wasn't. You become kind of numb.
Desensitized.
I'm saying to certain things. So it's like, like I've been going to funerals since I was a little boy. You know what I'm saying? Like for my peers. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really an uncommon thing for me to go bury somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It hit home when it's somebody close to you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But being from a place like that kind of changes the mindset, you know what I'm saying, of it, you know what I mean?
Sir.
But at the same time, you have these ambitions of wanting to be something, you know what I'm saying? It's like any other kid, you watch TV, you see a superstar on TV, you want to be that, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
but sports was always the outlet to get you out of a place like Louisiana because sports are so heavy.
Yeah.
You know
everybody does sports because it's such a big place, a lot of different people, so everybody's talented.
Being from the South, football was a thing.
Okay.
Me being a big ass kid, you know what I'm saying? I was a big boy, you know what I'm saying? And I was pretty decent, you know what I'm saying? Probably pretty good, you know what I mean? So it's like that gave me more opportunity. And that was just the opportunity
to get out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
big is like,
it really wasn't much option.
Yeah, it took it and ran with it, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, that was just the first standpoint of just of being held accountable for something, you know what I'm saying? I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And music was always, I was always a kid who could freestyle. As I say, we was always just freestyling on the lake. You know what I'm saying? Doing our thing.
On the lake?
You know what I'm saying? Cause where I'm from, we have a lot of water.
Okay.
So like we hung on the lake. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like we have a large body of water. So it's like we hang on the lake. You know what I'm saying?
We don't know
These
about
spots,
that
you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that's where we hung at. And like my brother who just passed, we actually sprayed his ashes out on the lake. You know what I'm saying? So it's
happy, man.
You know what I'm saying? So like the spot that we hung at, you know what I'm saying? That was just
like a memorial type of thing.
Yeah,
like
you know what I'm
almost a ceremony, but a memorial of like, this is our monument, this is where, you know what I mean, where we is, so we want you to be where you're comfortable at, where we know for sure this is your safe haven.
And our lake stretched like from it's like coming from the soccer plex all the way to the end of Leventon.
Ooh,
like,
hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Repeat that for me, because that kind of went over my head. You said your lake was as far as from
that's on the street is. So like you go that street from like, imagine going from the soccer plex to the end of Leventon. Like,
oh my, that's one street.
Yeah, like that's like one little stretch where it's number water.
Oh my.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, but that's where we hung at. So you have different segments of it, where it's the west end and the different.
So even within the lake, y'all had certain areas that were meant for y'all.
Yeah, I mean, because it'll break down. I mean, because you see it as the lake, but if you go through the city, you didn't went from Robert E. Lee to back to Franklin. You know,
so somebody could mistakenly walk down the lake and end up going into a neighborhood that they don't.
Yeah. I mean, you can end up. It won't really be. You'll end up downtown.
Yeah. Okay.
So you'll walk from damn near the Metairie from downtown.
Okay.
Basically, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, you know, it's like literally going from like Leventon to Hobbs. Basically, I mean, you look at it. So and everything in between. You know what I mean. So it's like you didn't hit Cottage Lane. You didn't hit all this shit in the midst of walking the strip. Same difference with that.
So that was pretty much y'all lives growing up. Like how long? Like, you know, y'all pretty much just grew up on the lake, huh?
I mean, that was just your spot. You know what I'm saying?
Home away from home.
You know what I'm saying? On Sundays it pop. You know what I'm saying? On Sundays you wanna get in the whip. You know what I'm saying? Clean. Like I'm saying, like clean.
Oh, Lord, it was that.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So it was like that was the spot.
Y'all was cooking and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, queuing up crawfish. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was a for real get together.
Yeah, that's the spot.
Okay,
like
yes, sir.
In my era of growing up.
Okay, no, say
so like the lakes on the black side of the lake, like where I grew up at, like in my neighborhood area. I say you can stretch too far out, but the farthest in, that's the black section. You know what I'm saying? You just catch your loop and park. You know what I'm saying? You walk it. You know what I'm saying? You gonna walk it, or you just keep making a stroll.
Yeah, see people
driving through. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Okay.
And that was a dope little situation. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we, you know.
Yeah, like you said, everybody cleaning that whip, bringing it up there, hopping them thing, cooking it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some people was gonna buy some crawfish and bring them out there.
Yeah, but in the meantime, y'all youngers at that time, you know what I mean? Because y'all grew up the whole time. Y'all were practicing the freestyles and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember who was the first person or the first time that you kind of heard a freestyle or somebody spit bars?
Me? Shit. Well, I had partners who was always well advanced. So I mean, my partner Stab was probably the first person who actually made sense and was like, damn, he was spitting.
Like kind of wild you with
but like he was the kid who was like an A grade with a record deal, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Who could make beats, and he was cool. He used to walk around with his keyboard on his shoulder and shit.
Word?
You know what I'm saying? Like literally put batteries in that bitch and just literally make a beat right there, loop that motherfucker, I plug it up. Like he was really he was that guy. But he was ahead of his time, you know what I'm saying? He was a very gifted young man, you know what I'm saying? And he was the first person, but we used to go by his house. We go blow and go smoke and shit, go get drunk.
Yeah.
Fucking 13, 14 years old.
Yeah, BS
you know what I'm saying? Being real, you know what I'm saying? And like all we did was rap, just freestyle the whole time.
Word.
So that's how I learned how to freestyle, learn how to really compose. I mean, that was my first, like, you know what I'm saying, situation of music, you know what I mean? So shit, I was us spitting.
Yeah, after you caught the bug, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Then we used to, like, you know, that was what I was good at, was freestyling. So
right.
Like, that was my, I couldn't write worth shit.
Right.
But I mean, at that point in time, freestyle, I can go all day.
Yeah, can you remember the time that you were getting, like, you were freestyling? Because of course, when everybody start freestyling, you mess a couple bars up, you know what I mean? You ain't like the rest. What was that time that everybody was like, does everybody call you Tank growing up? Sorry about that.
Tank.
Yeah. When is that point in time that everybody was looking at you like, oh shit, Tank, what the fuck did you start doing?
13.
13?
13.
Word. So at that point, so wait a minute, when did you start freestyling? Like, when was the first age? Like around what age?
Oh, 12, 13.
Yeah.
I mean, far as really getting, like, at that point in time, shit,
yeah.
that was probably when I started smoking weed.
Yeah, okay.
So,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You telling me you are attributing your freestyling skills to marijuana?
Pretty much.
Hey man, shout out to cannabis, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's where it all came from. It all came from us ducking off, smoking.
Okay.
They was rapping.
Yeah.
And I just
Was
went
this
through
us-
my shit, and I was always weird shit is I had a speech impediment growing up, which is I still work on my stuttering now, right? But the funny thing about it was the thing when they taught me how to talk, they taught me how to talk on a metronome. So it's like 85 beats per minute. So it's like that's what I talked on. So it's like I can still hear the clicking in my head. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when I speak and I'm in pocket,
Yeah, that's 85.
I'm in my mind. I'm on a metronome. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to catch the beat.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? So which made it easy to adjust to any beat. So now in my head, like I can always put metronome in my own head because that's how I learn how to talk. So once I go to talking on it and I'm in the pocket of talking, I know where I'm at as far as BPM. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
God!
And it's like
Wow.
so like it's either faster.
Yeah,
So faster beats don't really bother me. I'm able to slow search shit down.
Yeah.
Most people might be like, that's too fast.
Yeah.
For me, I talk fast
So
naturally.
it's already like a natural thing. It's almost a slower pace for you.
Yeah.
That's like your natural pace for you.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like, which is weird. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not weird at all.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, that was just always one of those things, bro. So I think it was always just.
That's crazy, man.
I had partners because I couldn't make beats with my mouth. So my partners always make beats with a lighter and be beat on the shit and all that shit. And I wasn't good at that shit like that. So I always wanted to
rap. This shit, yeah.
I could do it. So like they're like, bitch, you have to rap then. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna do something?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you ain't beatboxing and pen tapping. You gonna spit some bars.
And then like where I'm from, we say the word bitch a lot. So
yeah.
It ain't an insult thing. Like, that's how we talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bitch, bitch, you gonna have to rap, bitch.
Yeah.
That's like shit. I'm like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
And after you just started spitting, and people don't like
that's
shoot.
what it was. You know what I'm saying? We just I mean, yeah, that's just what it was. I mean, shit. My partner Byron used to spit, and then my little brother Josh, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't making no beats at that point in time or rapping. He was just try, but he wasn't good at neither one yet. You know what I'm saying? But my partner Steph was the one who was on the keyboard and shit. He was the one that always had a keyboard, and he had a beat made for us to rap to that whole. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And he was the one who could tell stories and shit. So here comes the deep shit. You know what I'm saying? He's listening to 8 MJG all goddamn day. So, you know what I'm saying? He was just way more advanced than I was. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but again, you was able to learn and grasp, you know what I mean, a little bit of like how it's working, how it fits.
So when after high school, I was a beast.
Ooh.
I was an animal in high school, like for freestyling and shit. You know what I'm saying? I played ball, but I was able to.
So okay, where did y'all start going from? Cause I guess y'all might have already started doing it. Did you ever do any battle rapping? Like, cause that's
not really like battle rapping. I was playing around with people.
But like, when you were freestyling, you know what I mean. You wasn't really battling, but you were showing people your skills. And when you show your skill, you was hollering your shit.
Yeah. We was just catch a cipher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Catch a cipher, and we just catch a cipher by being in a circle and usually go to spit.
And then after the day, like everybody was like, "Oh man, when Tank get in there,"
you know what I'm saying? I just do my thing, but I never really went in nobody's head.
No.
I can't just try to battle me.
Yeah.
It was funny, but it was like I wasn't really a battle rapper. That was my thing. You know what I'm saying?
You just spitting. You just doing
you. Like, you know what I mean? Like I just do my thing, you know what I'm saying? We just spit, you know what I mean? So I was like, it worked out. Then when I got to Grambling, you know, we had East Coast cast areas.
For the people that don't know, what's Grambling?
Grambling is a college, Grambling State University, HBCU. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's the best one in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Man, shout out, man. Let them know.
But up north Louisiana.
Okay.
And that's when I got there. I got there 17 years old. And they asked me about
you got there at when? 17?
I was 17.
Okay.
And that's when everybody was like, I'm gonna pop trunk and I'm gonna come down. And like I didn't understand that shit. That shit was whack to me. Being real with you, like I didn't understand what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like pop trunk and all that shit. Shit was weird to me because where I'm from, we just spit.
Yep.
So I get in the cipher, but that was then. They would be like, man, goddamn New Orleans be spitting.
Yeah.
Cause they come with I'm gonna pop trunk and I'm gonna do the.
They
I just come and murder some shit.
Yeah,
that bitch and
chopping it up and everything. Cadence and flows.
I'm eating.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm the head.
yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just, you know what I'm saying? Goddamn big New Orleans just clicking out, and then we did I got the rookie show for Doug Williams.
So what's the rookie show?
Like when you're a freshman, you got to do like a rookie show, like do like.
Okay, for the football team.
Yeah, football team and shit. So I did that, and I was freestyling. And Doug Williams put me to the side the next day at practice. Was like, boy, he was like, boy, you're $1 million walking. He always told me that. And that shit always stuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like a lot of that shit was just saying those years probably was the years that molded me into this shit.
So what you're doing right now, yeah.
Yeah, into the machine of understanding the structure of it.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like any other business structure.
Yeah.
Like you know, like the way I gauge it now is we've been a business, meaning myself as a business entity, we've been standing afloat all these years, meaning we never really fell off. But at the same time, we never expanded to the point where we became a mainstream company. So now it's time to get to the point where we can generate incomes, meaning hire people and bring in people and really do what we know
Have
can
legit
happen.
money,
You know what I'm saying?
legal and legit money that can actually, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
pay for your life and your kids.
Yeah, and it's like the music came full circle for me because it's like I started out just as a rapper. I ended up being an engineer, ended up being a producer, ended up being a videographer, I've been a lot of things. So it's like, which made it whole in the company. I go wear any hat I need to wear within the company.
Yeah.
There's no hat I can't wear, include CEO.
Yeah.
So it's like I understand everything. Paperwork. We're gonna talk about money. We're gonna talk about spreadsheets. We're gonna talk about like ain't nothing you can't tell me that's going on with my head. It's like I've been in every position.
You going to the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying?
And even
fine tooth comb.
that's how I see it, bro. It's like even managing people is like I don't look at it from a standpoint of I understand what you're going through. That's been any position I've ever had, any company I was in. I understand. I won't actually do anything that I know that I can ask myself to do.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So it's like, and I'm willing to grind. So it's like, you know, I push yours, I push myself. This shit about to be intense. You know what I'm saying? But it's like understanding the positions. And sometimes building those kind of structures take time, bro. Somebody gotta be the sacrificial lamb.
Mm-hmm.
Which is time is the most precious gift we have. But it took time to understand what should a CEO be doing at a record label.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What should a CFO do at a record label? What should a president do at a record label? What is the A&R? Like, what the fuck do they actually fucking do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's the difference between A&R and a fucking manager?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when do you need a manager? Most artists don't need a fucking manager. You ain't got nothing to manage. He make money when you make money, and you ain't got nothing for him to make money off of, so why the fuck would you need a manager for?
Right.
You in the red already, because now this motherfucker feel like, bitch, I've been here from day one. You owe me something because I've been doing shit for free.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like he get 10%, 20% of what you get, but it's like you ain't got nothing to get.
Mm.
So ain't no motherfucker don't need a manager. Motherfucker need a project manager maybe. You know what I'm saying? A fucking assistant, a fucking somebody to help you manage your time.
Yeah.
But ain't no fucking, you don't need a manager for your skill set, like a industry manager to help you. Like, motherfucker ain't got nothing to book.
Okay. So like for the people that really don't know this, you are heavily business mindseted. You know what I mean? Your mind you really understand what a business structure is. But you picked a lot of it's coming from your life, but you went to college to grab that knowledge from it, that skill set.
Yeah.
Like, talk to them, because a lot of people don't know that they may, at this point in time, they may only think that you're just a producer with no formal education degree.
No, I went through one of the most prestigious high schools in the world.
And graduated,
Like,
right?
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, my high school is an all-boy black Catholic school.
Word.
Like pull it up, St. Augustine. Like we produce, so like we literally every graduate last year got a scholarship. Period. The whole class.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like we like just being real. Like, so I don't really understand losing.
Right.
I'm trying to say, like, I don't really take losing well. Like, I'm fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm being 100. Like, I don't take losing well at all. I don't even understand what losing is.
You're a sore loser or something?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't accept it. Like, cause I can't lose because of the lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
I'll learn this shit before I sit there and accept an L because we all know something.
Yeah. So you're not an L, it's a lesson. More.
Yeah.
You're always taking a lesson.
Yeah, always.
There's no L
bro.
for you.
But
besides that.
So we say education, that's the first phase of it because that's where it started. That's where the mentality of winning came to the point where it's like we're excellence. Like,
Right.
It's like that was drilled in me.
Yes, sir. So did you just get like a bachelor's or what?
I got my bachelor's from Grambling State. So I went to St. Augustine High School.
Uh-huh.
From there, I played football. I got a football scholarship to Grambling State University, where I got my bachelor's degree in business administration.
Okay.
Then I got my master's degree from Full Sail in PR, public relations.
Hit that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Along
sir.
with some recording arts that I took as well.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, you got two.
you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I mean, I look at it like that, you know what I'm saying? And then, no, but that's just where I went for education-wise, yeah.
Yeah, but like, just kind of talk about the value of you doing that and how it formed, how your mindset is with music.
I'm going to say this. Those things allow me to pursue, from in my position of what I do, it allowed me to pursue what I wanted to pursue.
Yeah.
Meaning that allowed me to sit there and say, I'm going to invest money into this.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to be able to do this because I have a fallback plan. Like, you know, a lot of these youngsters come into this shit and they don't have anything to fall back on. And it's a hard journey when you don't make it. Like, okay, You're 17 years old, you get out of high school, you say family, you want to rap. They're going to support you. Okay, but you're 17. By the time you get to 19 and you ain't doing shit, it's like, okay, when is shit going to get real? Once you hit 21, you ain't a baby no more. Nobody going to buy you shit.
You're a grown man.
Like, once you hit 21, nobody going to buy you shit. You fuck around with a kid before you're 21, you really ain't going to get shit. Because now you got a woman, nobody going to take you out to eat, cuz.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? So that's when shit becomes realer. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. I was 20 years old with a family. So it's like I was 21 years old. By the time I was 21, I had a fucking child.
Word.
By the time I was fucking 23, 24, I was living in New Mexico, away from my home. You know what I'm saying? Hurricane Katrina already hit. And we lost everything. So it's like, that's the reality I'm living. But I'm a married man during Hurricane Katrina with a child. You know what I'm saying? A child on the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You dig? So it's like, I was 27, I had 2 kids. But I was also a homeowner. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So I'm just saying, you shouldn't have to wait to buy a diamond until you become a rapper or become this. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? He was my jeweler. I met him, he was my jeweler.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He sold me diamonds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Diamonds rising, right?
Yeah, facts.
Weird, you know what I'm saying? But I met him selling me diamonds.
Yeah.
So it's like, when we go back, it's like, that's just the truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beginning of our relationship of knowing each other. You know what I'm saying? Off of just that. And it's funny, we talk about diamond risings and all that shit, but it's like, yeah, that's how we met.
No, for
You know
real.
what I'm saying? But it's like the education side of it, I think everybody needs a fallback plan, bro. It doesn't have to be college. College is not for everybody.
Yeah.
College can be a bad thing if you don't use it right.
Yep.
For me, I've used it to my advantage. I've reaped the benefits of having a degree, I guess you'll say. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, sometimes, you know, it's always a saying I could do something different. You know what I'm saying? But for the youngsters of that point, before we even applying it to the music, having something to feed you.
Yes.
So, okay, if you're a videographer, what else do you don't just do rap videos. What else can generate income? Learn how to do other things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was just my mindset. I was doing fights when I was doing videos. I was doing fights. I mean, I was other ways of making money outside of rap videos. You know what I'm saying? So it's times I was doing the Cedro fights and I'll do that shit or whatever. I'll do some random commercial for my wife, job, or my cousin, my brother was doing. I had pastors who used to send me like sermons on Sundays. I'll do their sermons and I'll do their little closeout videos.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like their little ending, you know what I mean? Type joint. I had like 5 pastors I was doing that for. You know what I'm saying? But just saying, the skill set allowed me to make money other ways.
Yes, sir.
Meaning, allow the shit to grow enough. Like, even with this sound thing, I can do anything sound-wise. I can do a commercial, I can do a voiceover, I can do audio book, whatever it is, I can do all these things because of the skill set.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So take the shit and turn it into something that's going to generate income until you can get to where you want to be. Because it is a long road. You know what I'm saying? And it may not go the way you plan it. So it's like, what are you going to do?
What's your fallback?
You know what I'm saying?
Your safety net?
Because the streets ain't what they used to be. And you can't just be out here with a little sack hustling like that like it used to be. Like, I know what I'm saying? I had pilots used to be out here. You know what I mean? That's how a lot of shit got funded, but it ain't what it used to be.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? For one, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, even cats who sell weed, it ain't like it used to be. You got dispensaries that sell weed. It's like a lot of shit is going on, bro. So it's like, ain't what you think it is. Meaning, get you a little job, bro. You know what I'm saying? And pursue it with your whole heart, but have something to fall back on. Have something that's going to give you something. Your kids got to eat.
Yes.
And your kids shouldn't have to struggle because you want to drop a tape. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, I don't do shit cheap. So it's like, I can't even live like that. I can't bum it. Because I'm expensive.
Exactly.
I'm expensive. You know what I'm saying?
Your worth.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm very expensive to myself. So it's like, I'm a fucking bill alone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You're a bill alone.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, fuck. I mean, my cleaner's bill was $272 today. And I'm telling you, funny, that ain't half of the shit I got in my trunk that I need to turn in. That ain't being funny, but that's just being real.
No, it's realistic.
But it's like, even for some simple shit of just put on a shirt for this. You know what I'm saying? It was like, that cost me fucking $12 to clean a shirt. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it was, just to put on, it's a shirt I'm just throwing on just to have on. But my point I'm trying to make is, that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
When these things become a burden within a craft, you're in the wrong profession. You know what I'm saying? Buying a MacBook, you shouldn't be complaining, man, MacBook, $1,800, $1,200, $1,400. Man, you don't belong in this shit then. Because people like me get aggravated with shit like that. That shit a turn off. So I don't want to fuck with him. Like, you bad, you bummy. Like, that's bummy shit to me. So it's like, bro, I don't want that around me.
Yes.
I don't need that mentality around me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to think like that.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? My thing is, how can we get it? What can we do? Okay, I'm going to take 5 sessions on for this, 5 projects. This is my portion. Okay, you're going to take this on many videos on with my portion. You're going to do this, do that, what you're going to do, but it's my portion.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, we come together. We need $5 grand. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about what we can't do. You know what I'm saying? If I'm around like a bunch of motherfuckers who can't do, I'm gonna get the fuck.
I'm moving around.
I'm falling back. My fallback game is good. Strong as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You did? Because I'm cool by myself.
Yeah, you already know that you have your other safety nets to fall back on just in case this doesn't work out.
And it's okay.
Yes.
But my thing is, be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I tell me, say, bro, I bit off more than I could chew. I can't handle this shit. I don't think this for me. Man, more kudos to you, bro.
Yeah. And that helps you get more directed towards your own life, the direction that you want to go towards.
Because that time is priceless. Wasting my fucking time is worse than wasting their money.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Money come and go.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Yes.
And that's just my thing with it, bro. Like applying education to it is cool, but even then, doing everything the right way is still hard.
Yes.
Because you still don't get results. This shit can be this shit get lonely. This shit get, but the whole thing is what do you do it for?
Yep. Are you doing it for the money or just for the love of it?
For the love of it, because it's like, at the end of the day, you gonna have to love this shit, because sometimes you don't get nothing out of it. You spend a lot of money, you don't get nothing out of it, but good job.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But you had a hell of a bill that you just spent. But it's like, but that don't mean you're moving in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
That just means it ain't your time yet.
Yep.
When your time comes, be prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, most motherfuckers quit before they get to that point.
That part.
It's like, I'm done. Fuck that. I don't want to do this shit no more.
Yes.
One project don't go the way planned. I don't do this shit no fucking more. It's like, if I felt like that, bro, I wouldn't have half of the shit I have, especially knowledge-wise. You know what I'm saying? It's like, can't nobody stop me from making a song. Or stop me from putting out a project. Whether I'm producing it, I'm just doing a compilation. It's like, I am the end-all, be-all.
Yep.
I ain't being funny, but it's like, I can close this bitch the fuck out. I got two fucking duplicators over there, and even if I wanted to put out some CDs, I could press the fucking 1,000 CDs up in fucking 40 minutes.
Oh.
If I want to do a fucking DVD movie and hand it out for free, whatever, I'm just saying I could press 1,000 bitches up right now. I mean, so even that era, I was efficient. I never took no for an answer. That was my thing. It's like, but even then, it's like, what's the reward that you want?
Yeah.
If you don't get on TV, do you feel like you failed?
Yeah, all money ain't good money at the end of the day.
But even with the accolades, it's like we set these high bars for ourselves, and if we don't achieve a certain expectation of what we see on TV or see on the internet, we feel like we failed. But like, did you fail? Like, fucking Surefire Cola doesn't have any fucking commercials, but yet the shelf still filled with that shit. So did they fail?
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Coca-Cola got commercials.
Yeah.
Pepsi got commercials. Yeah. Sprite got commercials. But for some reason, Surefire is still pressing the fucking sodas and still putting them bitches in the fucking store.
All right, and on that note, real quick, I want you to, before you reiterate the meaning of that, we're going to take a little short intermission right now. Yeah. So we are back with the, you know what I mean? It's your boy G-Bro with the Backyard Stories again. We got our big homie Tank in the building, you know what I mean? Straight from the 504. And the last thing we were picking up on was your definition of failing, and you was using Surefire compared to all these other major brands that like are spending all these millions of dollars on commercials and stuff like that, but yet you still see the same brand on the shelves.
Yeah.
So it's all like, elaborate again. It's all like, when you say a fail, it's not really a fail.
That's not a fail. I mean, it's pretty like, my mom's story say, success is your own personal comfort. You know what I'm saying? And success won't chase you, but poverty will. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if Surefire is cool, be under the radar and not requiring a commercial, and they just know that they want to be the cheap soda and keep a small overhead and say, okay, well, they make $9 billion and we make $7. You know what I'm saying? They cool with that.
Yeah, but we're cool with that too.
But it's not being content. But my thing is, like, as artists, oftentimes you're on Spotify with these artists, right? You're on the same platform. And it's like, if you see yourself as not accomplishing shit because you're trying to get to that level right now, you don't know where to get to that level. So it's like, rather than look at it like a failure, look at it like,
what do I got to do to level up?
Like, can you afford to do this again?
Yeah.
You have it in you to do it again.
Yeah.
That's when you realize what is, like, you know what I mean? Let that be the motivation. It's like, let's do it again. Let's continue to do it. It's like, at the end of the day, if you never made it with this, would you regret making that song?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because that tells you where you at artistry-wise. It's like, yeah, don't let the businessman and the artist conflict.
Mm-hmm.
They have to coexist. All these entities have to coexist. You can't let them conflict with each other. You can't let the businessman you are inside of you that feels like we need to be here at a certain time conflict with the artist that's painting this picture because it's like they can't conflict.
Yeah.
Because they do, something's gonna suffer.
Yeah.
So either the business gonna suffer or the artistry gonna suffer. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
and when you're independent like that, you have to wear all these hats. You know what I'm saying? You go to work every day because you have to put money into this shit, along with having a family and learn how to figure it out. But whether you're in the street, wherever you at with it, you have to make sure that you have it in you to run this shit again.
Yes.
To the moment you feel like you can't, you ain't gonna last too long with this shit. You're gonna find yourself getting frustrated.
Yep.
And find yourself quitting on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because most motherfuckers around you don't care if you quit anyway because they ain't doing shit to help you any fucking way.
Exactly. So it's just pretty much a downward spiral, like a snowball effect. Like you just pretty much get caught up in the wave of all this depressive stuff or this like laziness or whatever, the nonchalant and not caring. You just like, you know what? Well, I don't care either. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, shoot, ain't nobody supporting me and stuff like that. So in a sense, you have to learn how to build that determination and like that perseverance to see past the like, okay, the numbers ain't here yet. You know what I mean? Like how some people get dreads. When they get dreads, there's something called like the ugly stage. Where like you look horrible when you get dreads because it still look like a miniature afro and dread put together, but you have to let yourself lock up. So like in that point in time, you know what I mean? People, they cut their hair and they're like, man, I can't do this because it's too ugly.
Yeah.
Rather than pushing through all that stuff, you know what I mean? Figuring out, okay.
For the beautiful side of it.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Like, okay, well, shoot. I don't know how long it took him to grow his hair. He's been growing his hair for 12 years and it looks like that. I was just better doing mine for 3 months. So I was like, if you want to put in that many years to get that result, then you got to.
Yeah.
And again, I think that goes for anything. Like, if you want to achieve a certain level of success in any lane, you're going to have to put in work and time.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like you said, it's more about building that skill set first. Building a skill set that you're comfortable with to fall back on before you dive into like the stuff that you kind of feel like is going to take you to that next level.
Yeah. I agree. But then at this point in time, for myself, it's like, bro, like, I don't have no problem keeping the lights on here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
it's like, at this point in time, it's like, I feel successful because I control the narrative.
Yes.
And for any other artist, it's like, that's when you win. When can't nobody stop you from back in the era of getting advances and shit. That was for studio time and mixing and mastering. But we're hybrids.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Like, it's like, what's wrong with being a mutant? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with being a mutant. I'm a hybrid.
Exactly.
Like, I can do everything.
Everything.
And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. Along the way, it's like, that became a problem. But it's like, all that shit is jobs. Somebody gotta get paid to do that shit.
Yep.
As myself, I started knocking jobs out of the equation on my end. It's like, well, fuck, I am the engineer.
Yep.
I am the fucking, I am this. I can do that. I could wear 7 hats. If motherfucker could wear 4.
Yep. And that's because like you really didn't have the support system like you wanted to, but also like you realize that like if somebody's gonna have to do it with the amount of budget that you have, it got to be you. So you went ahead and buckled down and learned that, like all those jobs yourself.
It's a passion I have in my journey. I may not be the one that gets the Grammy, right? As far as an artist's name, that's cool, but that wasn't my role.
Right.
But I may spawn the seed that gets to that point.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's more about my grandson might be the one.
And you cool.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I understand the process. You know what I'm saying? But it's like somebody had to take that step.
Okay.
Like, I played football, right? And like, I had nephews that played ball after me. And it's like, I had nephews that actually, I had one nephew that went to University of Hawaii, potential NFL prospect with the Woo.
Word.
But it's like, that was from generations of attempting. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what if I never played? Would that even been something that wasn't?
Like an influence or an impact.
Or my brother who played, his father who influenced me to even be a better athlete. If he wouldn't have played, would he have pushed me the way he pushed me to be what I was? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? All that led to me sitting right here because without those experiences, I wouldn't. Without football, I don't even be sitting here talking to you.
Exactly.
I don't have this equipment. I don't have none of that. All this shit is a product of those decisions.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? My kids are a product of those decisions. Football is a key process, but it's like it's being pushed.
Yep.
And my thing is, okay, that led to all of this because it's like all those things led to meeting certain people who met certain people who took me to certain people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what does all that mean? And what does all that lead to? Sometimes motherfucker got a problem with not being the one. But sometimes your role wasn't that. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not a key factor.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? So it's like...
It's just like you're not in the lights.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, because let the janitor quit. Let him quit and see what happened in this bitch. We ain't gonna be function while I'm janitor here.
Yeah.
Toilet nasty, fucking tissue. No, if you don't want to take a shit here now, you don't want to use this bathroom. Like trash cans nasty, all kind of shit, flies flying around, shit. It's like so. Apparently, everybody important in this motherfucker.
Amen.
See what I'm saying? So ain't no such thing. As long as they compensated right, the position don't matter.
Huh.
The problem is when motherfucker not compensated correctly. You know what I'm saying? Because now it becomes important, like because now we gauging off a dollar amount.
Yes.
When in actuality, the janitor work harder than the CEO.
Yes.
Physically,
he sure do.
So at the end of the day, he the one deal with the nasty shit.
Yep.
So but at the same time, CEO mind did nothing to do but just flew somewhere and sat with somebody to hit them fuss.
For real.
And made millions of dollars.
And that was because he didn't choose a path that was going to let him, go into a dead end. He knew what he was going to do. You know what I mean? And also, I feel like most of these CEOs have been kind of diving into like some books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or they went into certain places where they have to expand their knowledge and like what they want in their life.
Most of them are hybrids, and that's my thing, right? My whole thing is this. Okay, let's say hypothetically, let's say somebody came here and they want to offer a big ass budget for his artists and Hobbs. I live here, I'm part of the community and everything. If they say everybody who qualified for that, I want you to apply. I'm probably one of the most highly qualified people in this area for the position.
Yes.
Not because I'm being arrogant, because I literally have the most experience behind the boards, along with the credentials to match it. Not to be cocky to say it, it's just saying on paper. If you look at it, he say, well, I want you to be well educated, I want you to be experienced, I want you to be 5 years experience, I want you to have a track record of what you've accomplished, what you've done. Well, I can provide all those things.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not to be an asshole about it. That's to provide opportunities for the people who've been in the same grind as myself.
Yes, sir. And I think you're building your professionalism too.
But that's my whole thing. That's the quality that most of us lack, right? Because if everybody had that same mindset, saying, "I'm gonna make sure that I can cover this part of it," it's like we're a badass machine at this point in time.
Yes, sir.
Not with egos. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like everybody don't need to sit their ass in the classroom. Everybody don't need to sit their ass in a seminar. Everybody don't need to sit their ass in a mix session. Like, this motherfucker need to be out there marketing this shit.
Yep.
So it's like, I don't need motherfuckers sit under me. I'm good doing the shit I'm doing. I need a motherfucker who will get out and go talk to the world and say, man, look, this is what we got, this is what we got. Boom, 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 boom.
Like you said, it's a machine. Like, they need to fit into the pieces to help, you know what I mean, the machine going. Like, you're already one part of the machine as well. They need to be other parts just to help you continue functioning.
Brother. And if we all qualify, goes back to the CEO thing. So let's say they had a CEO position for the position for us who will budget the money and run the company. Boom. I qualify for that. But they also need a fucking DJ who gonna be over the DJs who are over the tours. Dude down the street is a fucking hell of a DJ. He qualified.
Exactly.
Track record.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom. They need a videographer. They need somebody who has experience doing videos, doing this, doing that. Boom, dude, they're qualified. So now we fucking took over the whole fucking company. Because we all qualified.
Exactly. Everybody got the condition.
And all they qualified going to college, all they qualified, because that's just one position.
Yeah.
One position required that degree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, okay, we got that covered. Now we got to cover everything else. We don't need two motherfuckers doing the same shit that's trying to do this. Like, what the fuck you in his way for?
Yeah.
Get out the fucking way, man. Like, now you just hating. You just a hate motherfucker because you want to be in his way. You want his shit in your shit. Play your fucking role, man. Play your fucking role and do what you got to do. But motherfuckers don't want to play roles. Motherfucker got about 20 motherfuckers with them, but nobody handing out flyers. You know what I'm saying? Nobody handing out.
I know.
I
know a lot of people got you on that one. Like, there's, you could be having all the homies that you want to, and they acting like they 10 toes. But when it's time, you know what I mean, to go ahead and, hey man, let's go ahead and put these in people's hands. You ain't got to talk to them, just put them in their hands. Man, the excuses start coming out. People start not answering your phone calls and stuff like that. You're like, oh, well.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like, so now you see true colors, and now it's like, okay, is it a problem? It's like, well, don't get mad when we pick somebody else for the position.
Do not get mad when somebody else who wants to do the position that, you know what I mean, is lacking for everything else, they are doing exactly what you're asking for, and they're not, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's in life. A lot of times people fail to realize that, like, I hate when some people want to be a gatekeeper. You know what I mean? And I know you see some people who are in high levels of positions, and they know they are in high levels of position, and they have the button to put anybody they want to into a new light, but they choose not to, just on the fact that they just don't like you.
Yeah. And that's what shit fucked up. That's why that was back to the credential thing, right?
Yes, sir.
When I said the whole thing about the degree, and I wasn't to be a cocky motherfucker, it's saying the whole moral compass that go into being fair, being generous, being honest, willing to fucking put the shit that's the team first.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? All those qualities go into along with the educational side of it, right?
Yes, sir.
It's like, who gonna play that role?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Our motherfuckers ain't prepared for that role. But that's what I've been doing the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm cool with it.
And
that's the mindset of the individual saying that I'm groomed for that.
Yes.
That's what all this shit is for.
Yep.
The degree is only for that purpose. It's like, yeah, everything else I've done is cool because that just kept me going so I can do this shit.
Yes.
But when I think about the CEO position and what it takes to be that CEO, I understand what it takes. I understand what it is to have a budget. I understand what it is to be able to look a man in the face who you fuck with and say, man, look, we got to get better.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with pushing the buttons of my people and to push them to be better them.
Yep.
And to be funny, you really get an apex Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because I mean, yeah, he may not have the credentials of the education, but he has the education because he has the company structure.
Yes.
He has the experience.
Yes.
The experience overshadows the education.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's like, who is more groomed to run Def Jam? Jay-Z. Artist-wise, he's been successful. Company-wise, he had a fucking company.
Yeah.
So how can you say he's not qualified to run Def Jam?
Yeah.
Def Jam goes to this. Def Jam goes. Now he's got Rock Nation management. Boom, boom, boom. He found where he wanted to be. Not saying I know him personally like that. I'm just reading the man's mind. But I'm saying based on what we look at from outside looking in.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Look at the positions. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, who qualifies for what? But him qualifying means that you're gonna play the role to do it the right way. Don't hire your fucking partner because he cool. Hire your partner because he qualified.
Exactly.
Hire your partner because he did the work to get there.
Now, for example, man, your boy G Brooks, you know what I mean? I wouldn't even be on this damn podcast if you know what I mean, if I didn't fit the qualifications to like know how to be, I guess, a host to an interview.
Right.
You know what I mean? If Diamond Rising, the CEO, didn't see something in me, like he's like, you know what? He fits the quality that I'm looking for. He's qualifying because everything that he do is on point to what he's looking for. Because if not, I wouldn't have been on these episodes. You know what I mean? Somebody else would have been replaced. Somebody would have been right here in this position.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's where, in terms of me, I've had like my own little thing going on. I was building my own little skill sets, my own little things.
Yeah.
It wasn't no educational stuff. It was just me having fun. You know what I mean?
I seen him.
Tapping into what you're saying, like that's vital for all these other artists, anybody else who wants to be in a position in life to where they can make moves themselves. If they want to be a CEO and they're not comfortable being a B player or a C player, then they have to do these certain things. And it's not necessarily go to school or anything, but it's like learning your skills, building a certain knowledge to where nothing can mess you up. You can always fall back and handle your own.
Right.
And if you're not comfortable with that part of the position, learn how to facilitate, learn how to be a helper, learn how to be a extra arm, learn how to be the extra hand, learn how to support. Because support is easy.
Sometimes that's all that's needed.
Support is a little bit too easy.
Many times I pull up and just held a light. Many times I pull up in a situation in the studio, I'm just sitting there saying, hey, bro, I want you to put a little delay on that bitch. I'm saying, it's like, I ain't doing nothing.
Just the fact of just showing up and bringing your body and your energy there.
Sometimes I'm just sitting there and being quiet.
Just quiet, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, whatever position you need to be. That's my thing. It's like, don't have a complex about what you're doing. That's what makes you most resourceful.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's any corporate structure. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too many motherfuckers go walk an interview and say, man, oh yes, sir, I don't do that. You ain't got the job yet. And you already told me what you don't do. What makes you think, like, you acting like I need you more than you need me? Right now, we functioning perfectly fine, being short-handed, with no truth.
Being short-handed.
Like, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm going to function no matter what. But if I'm going to come in that bitch and say, well, I don't wash floors and I don't clean bathrooms. Okay, cool. Cool, but you're talking to a motherfucker who a general manager who started out cleaning bathrooms and washing floors.
And
so
they do not see that.
You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up because now it's like slapping the face to the motherfucker who about to hire you. Because he don't respect that. Because in his mindset, you should be willing to do whatever you got to do to get to where you want to be.
If you don't want to do that, then you're not going to be able to want to do when you get up on another level. You know what I mean? Because you got to start somewhere. Like you got to start somewhere to be able to accept when it gets better and better. Because there's more responsibilities. It doesn't really get easier. It's just more responsibility and more like thought power and how you organize information.
And before they say, I don't wash floors, okay, it's cool. You may not be a 9 to 5 person. Fine. Your hustle got to match that, though.
Yeah.
Don't talk that shit and you sleep 8 to fucking 10 hours a day. There's no way in the fucking world that you're going to sleep 10, 12 hours a fucking day and think you're going to achieve some shit unless you out here really moving some packs or some shit and you got some crazy shit.
Yeah, this income is this job
you know
is where you can sleep.
that's a lot of time. That's damn near half of your day.
That's half of your day, basically, because you only up for a certain amount of hours.
24 hours.
Man.
Motherfuckers only function not even 20 of those. You know what I'm saying? So it's like motherfuckers just have big ambition, but the work ethic of don't even have half of the work ethic. You know what I'm saying? And that shit's amazing to me. Especially this like now. You know what I'm saying? And even with my own kids, look at these teenagers and shit. I'm hoping that they grasp this shit because it's different with the post-COVID education and experiences because you don't know how motherfuckers gonna function through this shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, how do you feed yourself? And like, not just feed yourself, how do you feed yourself at a high level? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, struggling to feed yourself is a motherfucker. Because you will never achieve your dream. Usually, because you're struggling with bare necessities. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they'll just stop the government assistance tomorrow. How you function. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like, as a man with a family, how do you function without it? Most motherfuckers I know who get it know how to function without it. At the same time, it'd be funny, and whether they get it or they use it or not, they function without it. Or they've learned to function without it because they don't have it no damn more. But at the same time, it's like, how do you handle your business in this life? You know what I'm saying? To get to where you can pursue your dream.
Yeah.
That's my thing to any cat who want to dream about something and bring it to reality. It's like, these bitches cost some money. And they break and they fucking need, it's expensive. They need updates. You need the software.
Hard drive, everything.
You know what I'm saying?
But
so
it's necessary for what? Why is it necessary to have it? Even though it costs a lot.
Yeah, you said have it because so that we can get to the point where we can pursue the dream.
Yes.
Because right now, like, that's the whole thing, to get ready.
Yes.
It's like the prep work is expensive.
What did Nipsey say? He said preparation means opportunity is a success.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's like when you prepare and you got, okay. Because like now, like you said, anybody can hit you up for almost anything in terms of music production or beat making, and you'll be ready.
Right.
They can send you some vocals right now, and you can get that stuff hot and ready to them ASAP. And that's because you're prepared. Any person at a high, Snoop Dogg can hit you up and ask you for almost anything right now, and you can be able to produce it for him or provide it to him right then and there. You know what I mean?
The quality he need me to.
And the quality that he needs to, because you have been prepared. Yeah. You paid the quality for the certain equipment to make sure that it reached the standards of these professional level people or these these high level people. You know what I mean? Because you got to be able to be accustomed to them in order for them to even want to listen.
I told some of my partners, I was like, sometimes all that we need, well, I told my lot of partners, I'm like, the only thing we need to change is the equipment. People should be in place already. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should be changing, upgrade the equipment. Okay, we get a newer computer. We're getting a newer whatever, a newer this. But the people shouldn't change because they was already playing their role already. And that's the beauty when you got things intact. People who play positions already. And not meaning you got to be together on everything you do. But when the time comes, everybody been handling their business individually. So that when it's time coming together, like I was saying with the CEO thing, they care. Okay, we got a budget. Who gonna manage the budget? Well, I want that position right there. So I qualify for it. I think I'll be the man for the job. Not because I'm arrogant, because I think I qualify for the position.
Exactly.
Well, do you know? Hell yeah, I know a bunch of people who could do a whole lot of other shit.
Yeah, like you got your track record on there.
Yeah, and everything. And something happens where you say, well, chief CEO, not yours. So we got somebody else going for that position. Well, CFO, let me try that one out. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But saying president, whatever it may be, but my point I'm making is being prepared to even walk in that door. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker just think that she's like magic or some shit, like you just snap it on. Like, you gotta be prepared to walk through the door. Be prepared to walk in this motherfucker and produce a quality product. And not be like, because all motherfucker want to know is, how do I make my money back? They don't really care what your skill set is at this point in time. They want to know how to make my money back.
That's the reason they're hiring you. Like, you know what I mean? If they're hiring you for anything, you're there to make them money. And obviously they're going to be making more money than they hired you for.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much learning how to work to make yourself double. Or like however much profit it is, you're working to make yourself more money than, you know what I mean, for
People
somebody.
always say, "Well, I ain't working for nobody." I mean, we always working
Yeah.
for somebody, bro.
At the
Whether
end
we
of the
wait,
day.
whether it's a service like we're providing, and they're a customer, and they're paying us for a service. We don't work for them in the essence of they tell you when to get here, when God get here, but at the same
Yeah.
time, your agreement might say you be here at 7 in the morning. So yeah, right. At this point in time, you work for them.
Yep. Even then.
Because they're a customer.
Yep. They want it this way, or they want it to sound like this, and you have to provide it to their standard, or else that's not a business transaction,
Exactly.
and you probably wasted time.
So we can't confuse with working for someone to who we answer to.
Yes.
As an owner, you answer to no one. Meaning the consequences, nobody's gonna fire you. But at the end of the day, as a owner, you lose customer, you lose clientele, which means you lose revenue, which means the company's not doing so well. You know what I'm saying? And you have to eat that shit like a motherfucker because now you are the person who at the end of the day who going
have to bounce back.
Because this is what you poured your life into.
Yes, sir.
Like in the studio right now, I pour my time into this shit. So it's like any I take in here, I take. You know what I'm saying? But I've poured the time into this shit to build this shit from the carpet to the pants on the wall.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, with the motherfucker who got their own shit, a clothing line or whatever it may be, they put the time into getting that shit pressed and getting that shit done. So it's like, you know, that's their L if they take it, but at the same time, it's just about how they take it. Because it may not even be an L.
Mm-hmm.
It may be an L on paper. Okay, we didn't make the money we want to make with it, but we badly broke even. But you met 3 people that could change your whole life. So was it an L? Or was it growth?
It was growth.
It was progress.
It was,
you know what I'm saying?
Everything. It's a building step. You know what I mean? The fact that you have to spend bread and you probably didn't get that bread back, you probably got that bread in knowledge or networking. You know what I mean? Because we be planting seeds. Almost every new connection that we make, it's a new seed planted because we don't know where people end up in life. We don't know what situation where you go to freaking China and they're like, man, I need somebody like this who's a good videographer, and then you mentioned Diamond Risings on it, and you know what I mean, and Diamond Rising fits everything, qualifies for everything that person's looking for. You know what I mean? And that's because
and that fast here in the door, right? So ain't no CEO, ain't no CFO. All they need this motherfucker is a fucking high quality videographer. Videographer.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? He get the job and he need a 12-man team. He need a light holder. He need a boom. So all of a sudden, motherfucker. So shit, you hold lights?
Yep. I hold lights.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, I hold lights. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, he needs somebody to be over the men who clean the bathrooms. So the motherfucker who say I don't clean bathrooms, well shit, that fucking job pays 6 figures now.
For real.
It's the same motherfucker who hired you, who you say you didn't do it, he needs somebody to oversee that shit for him.
Exactly.
With his company.
With his company.
And he paying 6 figures now for that same position.
For that same position he's talking about.
Yes, for that shit that motherfucker say that I don't do. That's my thing, the complex of it. You know what I'm saying? It's that's colleague to colleague. So it's like saying, I mix music, you mix music, but I don't want to come sitting on your mixes. Or I don't feel good sitting second chair to you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm better than you. As far as skill set. That's where the complex comes, and it's like, well, bro, it wasn't about who's better. The dude feel more comfortable working with him. That's his client. So why would I step on your toes? I'm gonna sit my ass down, be quiet, and ask you, hey, bro, what you want me to do? I'm gonna run all this for you. Take care of this, boom, you go take care of that. I got it. You know what I'm saying? Rather than help the motherfucker and embrace the dude who give me opportunity, I'm stepping on your toes.
Exactly.
Well, I think you should do this. Allow capping you and shit in front of the client, so I can take your client from you on some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like rather than embrace the position and help the man grow, not knowing where it's gonna take everybody.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody can possibly eat.
You know what I'm saying? It's like motherfucker got complexes.
Man, see, like again, when I came back to Hobbs and stuff like that and everything, I had my little skills from my videos, stuff like that, and I was always, and I knew what my skills were, and I knew I had a lot to increase on, and I was like, shoot. Man, I looked at all these different stuff and I kept hearing Diamond Rising. You know what I mean? I'm sorry for saying this stuff, but this is the truth. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, let me see what this stuff is about. Cause I keep hearing this, man. You know what I mean? I seen one video and I was like, God damn. You know, cause I did one for Chronos, I think. And I think he did what he had did with Diamond Rising. After that, I was like, God damn, this is hard. I was like, all right, you know what? Let me go ahead and just put this coat right here and just go back to my learning set and let me tap in with him and let me see what he can teach me or where I can help him. Yeah. In terms of like, you know what I mean, helping him out, and I put everybody onto him, and even there, he's still teaching me a little bit here and there and get some jewels to help me. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's kind of like where I think a lot of people need to understand, like, when a person is doing something that you're interested in, or like you have a love for and stuff like that, you shouldn't knock a man's hustle. And if
No,
you can help out, join forces, because it's going to help both of y'all at the long run.
exactly, bro. Like, you don't have to be your enemy. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? There has to be an enemy to the point where it's like y'all don't even speak to each other. It's like Track was over the other day. He was just talking about just
Oh,
music
Track.
in general. You know what I'm saying? We always just talk theory. Like, I can't think about just theory in general. His theory, my theory. A lot of my skill set is based off of his early theory. You know what I'm saying? Like my early years of development of getting to a certain level where quality was even a question was off of his early theories. So I'm a product of him from 2008 to 2011, 10, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
The digesting theories
you
and
know what I'm saying?
stuff.
Because that was the dude I was coming out here recording with as an artist, and bringing back those same jewels back with me back to Louisiana. That I learned from him. He and Pro Tools doing shit. And I'm like, damn, I ain't never seen shit like that before. I'm like, boom. So I'm showing my partners and shit, but it's like that fast. He's planting seeds. You know what I'm saying? Like he sparked the whole understanding of quality for me. You know what I'm saying? Because he was ahead of himself in those times. You know what I'm saying? Like he had the best sound of music that I heard, or anybody who makes the music.
Yep.
So it's like that fast is like that's how it's supposed to sound.
No, but absolutely, like you're saying, knowing that this man had a certain sound that you haven't really heard. Your job was not to hate on there.
Right.
It was to show love and be able to tap in and be able to, all right, what did you do to be able to get this? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I was a rapper then, and I just come out here and get beats from him and shit. So he gave me a reason to come down here. He made it even easier to move down here. I wouldn't. If he wouldn't have been here, I probably wouldn't even want to move down here.
really? Shout out to
Like being real. Like I mean,
Yeah.
he was a motivation to moving down here because I had somebody who understood me, who understood what I was trying to do. Now, mind you, our skill sets was like this at the point. I was like way down here. He was up here. You know what I'm saying? And I just stayed at it, and I slowly caught up. You know what I'm saying? I caught up, and he was still growing, and it was still like, you know what I'm saying? And production-wise, we still here like this because he got years of experience of things. Now, for me, the producer that I want to be don't really require all the old lessons.
Yeah.
So I can give two fucks about that shit. I'm more because I lead with my engineer mind.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I can make
that,
anything sound
yeah,
good.
you can mix that up to where it's going to
Yeah,
sound.
so it's like, end of the day, motherfucker ain't going to beat me on the back end.
Yeah.
They can say all they want when we making this beat. But when it comes to this bitch, the finished product with these vocals and this fucking beat together, I'm eating this bitch.
Killing it.
I'm about to do some shit that's some retarded shit. I'll flip this bitch. I'll change the beat then. You can give me a, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so it's like the same, you know what I mean? I could change it in post.
Yeah.
While I'm mixing it. So it's like I could flip the whole beat and change the whole sound of it, reverse the motherfucking everything.
Everything. Speed it up, long it, chop it up, yes, sir.
That was the mindset, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, the producer in me is like, I enjoy the idea of learning something from somebody. I enjoy the idea of human nature just being here. It's like, because music is a distinct thing. It's like what I hear is like, it's just my portion of what I hear.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like whether it's played through my hands or played through my mind. Like a combination lock. It's like a combination of just sequences is making this collage. It's like cooking it with seasoning. Like fried chicken. It's like, you like salt and pepper, I like Creole seasoning.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this, but it's like, I'm little onion powder, little boom, boom, boom. But it's like, this is my version of what I'm about to do.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Sir. You might put nutmeg on your chicken. You might like it with a little jerk, a little cinnamon on your shit when you fry.
Ooh.
I don't know what you're into. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just saying
same chicken, but you know this is approaching a different way to where it fits your taste. Man, that's beautiful, fam. So like, let's kind of. I really want to go home with what you're doing currently. You know what I mean? Currently, your main profession, you know, people kind of recognize you from is your beat production and your engineering.
Yes.
When did you get your first engineering gig? What was that like?
Engineering gig was my first company on fire. Partner with the jail. And Young Cannon, the battle rapper, had a project he was dropping called, what was my project called? The Benefactor.
Okay.
And he needed that project mix. And KO was in jail and I had to close it out. So fuck, I just closed the bitch out. I was just taking everything we had learned over the years. You know, just really just like saying fuck it. Back against the wall. That was my first engineer project because I had to run a label. So we had a label and we had artists. Like we really had a structure where we had artists. So we had Miscellaneous, which was the group I was in.
Yeah.
We had Upscale was a group. Upscale. One was a group. R&B group. We had Fury, it was 2 females. We had a bunch of little youngsters of HPT. You know what I'm saying? They were just a hustle pimp thug. You know what I'm saying? Some locals from up Louisiana.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had the volume Streets of Watching, volume 1 through 7 we already put out, so we was on like volume 6 at that point in time. So we had mixtapes that we was already releasing in the street. So we had a bunch of shit was still supposed to come out back to back to back to back to back.
Damn.
So you know what I'm saying? So we was structured, bro. Like I had one of the covers with me right now. This be on my old studio wall, where it was like the back of the fucking CD was like we had like fucking like we had a catalog of music out, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like we were just like some
regular
young kids.
Yeah.
No, we really was putting out music. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and like good music that people can bump to.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it made us get to that point where we wanted to take shit to the next level. You know what I'm saying? It was like that was my first engineering job though. I was on fire. And then I interned with my own company. So my senior year of college, I needed an intern credit. So I interned with On Fire and I did my own album.
Really?
And I engineered my own album.
For college? For
college. On my transcript.
Word.
On Fire Entertainment on it.
What?
Yeah.
Your own
yeah. I got an A.
You finessed them, dog.
Nah, I worked my ass off. Because KO had to sign off on it.
Word.
And KO was my business partner. He really made he wouldn't sign off on it if I wasn't really on my shit. So my first solo project, Situations Change, was my first engineering project where I really ran everything, and I was the fucking producer of the shit. You know what
right? Dang.
So I mean, that was the first project that I released. That's probably I was like, matter of fact, it was my first engineering gig, I would say.
Yeah.
But that's probably my first project I was probably executive producer on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What was the first project you did the executive production on?
My own.
Okay.
So Situations Change.
Okay.
And that was my thing. Producer wise, I was always executive producer because I was always in the background closing everything out.
Yep. Making sure everything.
So like, why wasn't a producing this world?
Nah, but you finished up the polish of it.
Yeah, you know
like
what I'm saying.
Said, you overseed it all, make sure that it's supposed to be where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And even with beat selection, I was always overall. I was always a beat selector.
Okay.
So like, I have a great ear for beats, quality beats, when it comes to like what shit supposed to say.
Right.
So
what happened to Hall on Fire, bro?
On Fire is
On Fire. My fault about that, bro.
On Fire, we KO moved back to Cali, and KO moved back to Cali. Brick moved back to Mississippi. I moved to New Mexico, and you know we just all part of ways, bro. I think we all doing our own thing. We all pursue music our own way. KO has Gorilla, you know what I'm saying, which is entity under Empire.
Okay, word.
You know what I'm saying?
With the Empire distribution and everything? Right.
So we still have that connection to Empire.
Okay.
Brick is down in Mississippi releasing music. He just put out a mixtape called Boss Hustle. I'm out here doing my production thing, engineering, and doing I do work for Brick. I do work for a bunch of the freelance work. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Everybody's still doing their thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people just gave it up over time. Got families and kids, you know what I'm saying? So,
but you kept your love to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I kept my love to it.
You got a family and kids too, but you pushed through it as well because you know that you have something that people still need to hear and that you still are searching through it because they're giving you love. Like there's something that this music is feeding into you that is keeping you going.
Yeah, keep me going. And like I think this is my end all be all.
Yes, sir.
So like I just focus more. My main focus is making sure the music is quality that I have to put my hands to.
Yeah.
So I take quality over quantity. I'm not really concerned with how much we do, as long as we do that one the right way.
Yep. And I feel like when people hear Tank as an engineer or an audio engineer or an executive producer, that's what they're gonna get. They're gonna make sure that everything is squeaky clean from the top to the finish to where it sounds industry ready for no matter what. Like you're gonna make sure it sounds the way that it needs to sound for anybody's ears.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And with beat production wise, you know, be on the lookout for the new beats and then the new songs and you know what I'm saying, on the Clarity project, you probably That probably my first intro to production wise, as far as beat placement. So you hit me on clarity. This
Okay.
is coming in the fall.
All right, so clarity, and then you said these include beats by you as well.
Yes.
All right. So y'all stay
So I have
this
beats
fall,
by
right?
clarity, yeah, this fall, yeah.
All right.
On the next Chemo Gotti project.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I have some placements on that one, along with being one of the executive producers on it.
Okay, so make sure that everything else down the way, and like you said, the placement of it, the organization of the
yeah. So I have about I don't want to have
arrangement.
Two beat placements. Let me see. Let's see. How many I got on here? I think I got one. So I got two.
Okay.
Two placements on that one, and then we got another project coming out the following quarter, and I'll probably be all over that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
All over, huh?
You know what I'm saying? I have some shit on Brick Project, a couple project, and I said I'll be putting out a few compilations. So
everybody stay tuned.
Bro. Stay at it, bro. I'm saying I just stay at it and stay gritty out of it. And then, man, hit me up if you need some studio time. You know what I'm saying? I had a few little losses I took this year, along with some health issues I had to get right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm back at it again.
Yeah.
Everybody needs studio time or service. Feel free
And
to hit me up.
well, what's the social media where they can find you? I know we're gonna drop it on there if we can.
Inno Tank.
Yeah.
On Facebook, Inno Tank on Instagram. That's two best ways to catch me.
Yep.
Preferably Facebook.
That's pretty much it. Man, if you're showing something else, you know what I mean? Holler out from there.
You know what I'm saying? Holler at me. Let me know what you're trying to do. We can set some up. I do consultations first. We sit down, we chop it up. I let you know what I expect before we even get started, before we even cross the path of a studio time. You know what I expect. I don't, you know what I'm saying, what the rules of the studio is. You know, and we'll work it out to see where you at with it. If it's a project, if it's just a single, and then we'll figure out the best price that works for both of us.
Yes, sir. Now I got two final questions, and then we'll go ahead and end it off. For anybody who is in your position, you know what I mean, back when you started off freestyling, you know what I mean, back when you were 12, doing your thing, hopefully they're not smoking weed, but you know what I mean, we're here in Hobbs in Mexico, so you know how it is, you know what I mean, and if they, you know what I mean, trying to figure out their way and everything, and they happen to come across the backyard stories featuring you, what is one thing you can let them know, like, you know what I mean, trying to find their way into this world?
Yeah, definitely don't be smoking no weed at 13.
Man, fact.
13 years old. That's my bigger, believe me, I was an athlete, and I left that shit alone when I needed to make sure I did what I needed to do.
Handle your business,
you know
right?
What I'm saying? But at the end of the day, as far as that age, advice I would have for somebody that age trying to do, I mean, get your education, for one. Education not always about just what like at least get your high school diploma. That's a requirement, period. Because you can't do shit without a high school diploma or a GED. I mean, any job you think you're gonna get, you don't have to curtail. But at the same time, fall back plan initially before you pursue this music shit. Gain the knowledge, understand what it is that you're doing. Don't just try to go off of pure ability and talent. You know what I'm saying? Young people, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of trades available, a lot of information available on YouTube. So start learning now.
Ooh.
And make sure you pull information and learn theories. Try to understand what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the key requirements of life in general, finding understanding. Wisdom, you know what I'm saying? So once you have understanding anything, it's easy to move forward with it. Confusion is like the work of the devil. So it's always like so it gets you nowhere.
Yes, sir.
So you don't want to be chaotic in your craft. You want this to be a pure thing when you do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, the enjoyable moment. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have bumps in the road, but don't give up.
Yep, amen.
Believe me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't always have a studio. I didn't record it on laptops with a black and white screen that was this big. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. Cool Edit Pro. To everything, K-Walk, to the free versions of whatever software we can get, crack versions, to being able to go spend $1,700 on whatever we're going to spend it on just for some software. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? That's the level, the reality of it is, you may not never meet a Timberland, but you met me.
Amen.
You witnessed that, so I can tell you it's possible.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't have to have millions to achieve that. You know what I'm saying? To get to the point where you're independent and you can do what you need to do. But at least achieve that part of it first.
Man, fast. Ding dong, man. And the last question, which is kind of a little, out the ball question. If you had an additional $1 million that was just blessed to you, what would you do with it, CEO?
$1 million was blessed to me. What would I do with it? Bless the church. and with not just one church, but churches that fed me, allowed me to get to a certain point of my life. Of course, I just got blessed with $1 million in general because I don't have $1 million now, so it's not like I have $1 million sitting there. So I would just use that money to bless people, put it to work. You know what I'm saying? But first thing I would do is bless those who bless me along the way.
Yes, sir.
And make very wise financial decisions like I always do.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
make that money make more money, huh?
Yeah, it's like I can't say that I'm gonna go buy this or buy that, but I'm gonna literally, I don't need equipment. You know what I'm saying? Like even right now, they give me $1 million right now, I wouldn't buy shit because I have everything I need.
You'll make sure you put it to where it does right, help them people that helped you out.
Yeah.
And then once you're able to see some profit, and then you can kind of
reach back. I mean, hey, my mom was deceased now, so I don't have nobody to take care of on that note. All my siblings are pretty much where they need to be because I'm the youngest, so I'm the youngest about 13 years, 9 years with some siblings. So they all grown. So like they all in their 40s and 50s and shit.
Damn.
So like I ain't got nobody who I gotta take care of.
Yes, sir.
I got my own kids, my own family, so it's pretty much it with me. And they already straight. So it's like if I got hit with $1 million tomorrow, I'm gonna be straight.
Straight. And let's let you know, man, when you handle your business and you got a right mindset, you think clearly, you don't, you know what I mean, you don't be on the crazy drugs and stuff like that, and you take your time and you handle whatever you need to do in any regards, that's the level of comfortable that you want to achieve. And you know what I mean? Like again, it's not always yachts and you know what I mean, and private planes. Sometimes, you know what I mean, it's how we are here, chilling in the 575, making our money and living happily.
More so, they see this playing in the background and all that. My studio they see the screen on the camera, but that's just showing you how the studio started. And
word!
How we broke this bitch down from a garage to just turn it into this. You know what I'm saying? So the pictures when they change, it's literally the process of the studio. And how it was when we first got in this motherfucker to now. You know what I'm saying? It was like...
And it's been changing. Okay, so so they probably caught a little bit of the changes and stuff like that. Oh, dang.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just an intriguing thing, bro, to see, you know, how your mind evolves and how this hard work can pay off. And like I said, I ain't got $1 million. I ain't got it all, but I work my ass off to get to a certain point to be able to build these things and put it into these things and bring these things to reality.
Yes, sir.
And you know, I work with several artists that I had a pleasure working with that actually made this shit worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? It made the sacrifices worth it.
Yes, sir.
And that, I know I'll probably be the youngster in the future who will make me feel like, hey man, this one I'll be waiting on. Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is whatever your goal is, whether it's production, whether it's artistry, whether it's just to be a big mainstream artist. Be consistent, man. Be intentful. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Have intent with everything you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you move in a way that shows that you're supposed to be there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do everything with integrity. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, motherfuckers don't have integrity. And they don't have, like, make the motherfuckers who working with you want to work with you. Because sometimes it's going to be a long journey, bro, and you need a team around you. It's easy to say, I want to make it, but the people you need around you may have to be around you for years without no
payment.
You know, payment, compensation. Sometimes they fall off, but you got it. But like the whole thing is build these relationships where it's not about all that. Where no matter where they go, the team around you may grow faster than you. They may get opportunities you don't get. The producer may get beat placements and become a big name motherfucker. But at the end of the day, to be the kind of person where the motherfucker feel like you're supposed to be here with me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Not because they owe you something, but because you just been that loyal and you did your part. But you know what I'm saying? That's the thing about this shit. I can tell any artist that. Be prepared when you do this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know? Hopefully we see each other at the top. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the goal right there, is that everybody can eat at the feast. You know what I mean? We all want to play for everybody, and let's make sure that everybody can get seconds too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's and there you have it, man. It's your boy G Bruce. I am your host of the Backyard Stories, and today we are featuring one of the great guys in doing this music thing in New Orleans team, man. I do appreciate the love, dog. It was a pleasure.
Having me, you heard me?
Man,
appreciate you, Diamond Rising, for having me. You know what I'm saying? It's always a pleasure.
And man, shout out to Diamond Rising, man. This is always a blessed opportunity, and we're gonna holla at you. Sign out.